with liberty and justice for all.
Get the approval of the minutes from previous meeting.
Second.
Move on second. Approve the minutes from previous meeting. In a reference, all in favor, by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Your second.
Second.
Move on second to approve the agenda. In a reference, all in favor, by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Chief, do you have anything else?
No, sir.
Dr. Paul?
No, sir.
Ms. McDade? No, sir. Mr. Halsey? No, sir. Superintendent, you have anything else? No, sir. Okay. All right, any reports or recognition?
Yes, sir, we have two today. So first, I would like to call forward Lorenzo Ford and Hudson Shelton, and Dr. Crenshaw, can you come forward as president of the board? Never been to one of these before. And I also would like to acknowledge Public Safety Director Lawrence Batiste, who's here. And then they brought with them some of their fellow fire medics and EMTs who were over there. Okay. So on behalf of the Mobile County Board of School Commissioners, we would like to recognize and publicly thank all of the medical personnel, EMTs and paramedics who have aided our school community. In particular, EMT Lorenzo Ford and paramedic Hudson Shelton went above and beyond the call of duty during last spring's graduation ceremonies held at Ladd Peoples Stadium. While working for the Mobile Fire Rescue Department, they tended to patients with ailments ranging from heat exhaustion to cardiac arrest. They did so with compassion and professionalism and in life and death situations. Raymond Bell, whose sister was treated by Mr. Ford and Mr. Shelton, could not be here today, but wished to say this on behalf of his family. Please convey our gratitude for the services the fine folks from the emergency responding teams provided my sister and the outstanding work they performed each day in our community. We would also like to thank them and for them to know that we have continued to keep them and their families in our prayers. We can't say it enough. Our entire family will be forever grateful for the kindness and support provided by all. I know they're very busy right now, so we're glad to have them with us here today, and we thank you for your support.
Okay, this certificate of recognition is in order to Lorenzo Ford, heroic actions in the Mobile County Public School System graduation ceremony. It's signed by each of the board member and also the superintendent. Congratulations. Thank you. This certificate also presents Mr. Hudson Shelton, heroic actions in the Mobile County Public School System graduation ceremony, also signed by the same individual. Let me take this opportunity to go to my good friend, right here, Baptiste, and ask him to say a few things with you. Congratulations, my friend.
Well, good morning, and thank you all, and particularly commissioners. Thank you guys for recognizing two of Mobile's finest. They're under great leadership with Chief Laney, and of course the leadership that they get from their immediate supervisor. It's just a testament to the hard work that they put in each and every day, and so we're extremely proud of their efforts and the things that they do each and every day protecting the citizens of the city of Mobile. So thank you guys.
We see you in your eyes. We can see it in your eyes. I did. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Yes.
I'll shoot it.
Get back to work. And they even brought the fire truck with them. I don't know if you saw that outside. Okay, next I'll call forward Melinda Gray, Darlene Lewis, and April Williams, and actually Dr. Crenshaw can come back, and Ms. McDade. And I also would like to acknowledge their principals who are here. If they can stand up, we've got Mr. Stallworth from Scarborough Middle. We've got Ms. Hollins from Pillins Middle. And then we have Dr. Monica Motley and Dr. Kim Walker, who oversee our counseling programs for the district. So they're here to support our honorees. Two Mobile County Public Schools middle school counseling programs were recognized as models for the entire nation this summer. Pillins and Scarborough Middle Schools received the Grant Award from the American School Counselor Association. This national award is given to schools that are dedicated to delivering data-driven, student-focused, solution-based school counseling programs. It is the highest level of achievement for school counselors. The counselors who spearheaded these programs are standing before us today. So from Pillins Middle School, we have Melinda Gray and Darlene Lewis. And then from Scarborough Model Middle, we have April Williams and Darlene Lewis again. And so congratulations to you. And this national recognition, we are very proud of you and the work that you're doing every day in our schools. This is Scarborough this year.
Good morning. It is with great recognition that I am proud to present to Melinda Gray this outstanding award for representing Mobile County Public Schools and Alma Florence Middle School. Excuse me. Melinda is one of my former students. So I'm very satisfied with what she's done. I know that she's gone through the ranks and she's representing us well. So on behalf of the school board commissioners and our superintendent, I want to say congratulations.
We also have the pleasure of presenting the same award to Ms. Darlene Lewis, Pillars and Scarborough Middle School Grant Award from the American School Council Association, again signed by all the board members and also Superintendent Warren. We encourage you to continue to do the great work that you're doing, and I'm sure that the students appreciate you very much. So this to Ms. Darlene Lewis. And I have the same award, same certificate of recognition for Ms. April Reed, Scarborough Mall Middle School, Grant Award from the American School Council Association. Again, signed by the same board members and also the superintendent in Scarborough is in District 3, Dr. Foster. I really want to know that. So congratulations, Ms. April Williams, and keep up the good work.
Get a picture. You can walk around here. Forward. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Good morning. I would just like to thank our principals for being supportive of the counseling program. I am Melinda Gray, and I have since transitioned to high school at Mary G. Montgomery High School. So thanks again to Ms. Hollins, Dr. Walker, and Dr. Motley for just being supportive of us. And we appreciate you, and we will continue to soar in Mobile County. Thank you.
Okay, so we've had reports and recognitions at this time. Mr. Superintendent, we would ask you for agenda.
All right, we do have one citizen with a request. One actually canceled this morning, so at this time, if Sarah Alexander is present. Sarah Alexander. There she is.
Hello. Nice to meet everyone. I hope everyone's doing okay. Just let me know when my time.
I will hold up the sign.
Okay. Hi. All right. Good morning. My name is Sarah Alexander. And last week I dropped my toddler off at daycare while wearing a mask soaked in pee. He's potty training, and I really resent having to deal with all of this right now. There is zero data that supports children wearing masks in school will help stop the spread of COVID. I would love it. Please email it to me. I'm waiting on it. We have been told the mask mandate is a result of the desire to keep students safe, and keep students safe and employees safe. However, behavior doesn't lie. If this mandate is solely about safety, where were the medical professionals in 2017 when Alabama declared a state of emergency over flu cases? Per the CDC, 646 pediatric deaths from the flu in 2017 flu season. Currently, 361 pediatric deaths total from COVID. I don't understand. Can someone explain that to me? Why were we not wearing masks in 2017? Behavior doesn't lie. If safety is the main priority, school employees will be providing actual PPE that is rated and certified. If safety is the concern, you will be making sure each student has a clean N95 mask each day when they enter the school. Students are wearing dirty masks every day. What is that doing? That doesn't make any sense. Individuals who support masks in schools are not here demanding the board implement the CDC's requirements correctly. They aren't calling the board every day, making sure each student has a clean mask. The members of this board violated your duties. I really appreciate this time, but you violated your duties and responsibilities when you held a last-minute special session in which parents were alerted after the fact. Taxpayers were never alerted. We pay your salaries. We support this school system. It is not a business. Without us,
That's right.
there's not you.
That's right.
That you violated your duties, specifically the duties, this is on your website, the initiative in helping all the people of this community, to have all the facts, all of the time about their schools. Did not do that. And welcoming and encouraging active cooperation by citizens with respect to established policy on current school operation and proposed future. Welcoming and encouraging active cooperation. I have emailed that little board thing several times, twice. I've not heard from any of you.
None.
We expect board members to hold expertise in educational pedagogy and child social development. We expect you to have enough expertise to consider how masks affect children's cognitive and mental safety, as well as their physical health. We expect you to know how children actually wear masks. We expect you to teach them about problem solving and critical thinking and about history, like such things about how governments have used fear to control populations, maybe some history. Mobile County schools have an average proficiency of 35% reading and 30% in math. LaFleur High School has 12% proficiency in reading and math, yet they graduate 87%. That doesn't make any sense. Who's LaFleur? Who is responsible for that? We, the people who pay your salaries, who fund the entire public education, revoke consent. We are not complying. Our children are coming to school to access the education we pay for and you are legally required to provide. If you turn them away, you are discriminating against them based on their sincerely held beliefs and denying them equal access to education. We are going to be calling you and requesting meetings. We are going to let you know we are the majority, and we will elect board members that are educational professionals, not medical professionals, and do not violate their own duties and our children's constitutional and civil rights.
Amen.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for coming, Mr. Thurgood.
Yes, sir. Moving right along on our agenda, I have one added item. That's action item G4. Education and research for McGill Toolen Catholic School to provide a one-day customized professional development. That's coming out of federal funds for $5,980. That's an added item G4. Okay. Moving on to the consent item that was added. That's H2. Tools for reading for Fundy Elementary School to provide an in-person sound wall class. That's coming out of federal funds for $4,000. Those are the added items. So back to action item G1. G1 is a resolution for our special meal tax for capital and general purpose.
What's the pleasure of the board on action item one?
Mr. President,
Ms. McDade,
I move that we accept action items 1 through 17.
all right, got a motion, get a second.
Second.
Move proper second that we approve action item 1 through 17. In readiness, all in favor by sign of aye. Opposed, motion carries.
All right, moving to consent agenda.
Let me set for the record that these items have already been vetted in our work session. Further explanation and information have been provided where requested, so that's why we moved it through them, so rapid. Go ahead, Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, sir. H1, the flipping group for Chastain. It's a revision. We had some change in dates. We approved this July 26th. So that's H1 for the flipping group for Chastain, middle school. K8.
Okay.
Come out of federal funds for $4,000.
Mr. President of the board,
Mr. Chairman,
Dr. Foster.
move approval of 1 through 6.
Okay, got a motion to approve action item, consent agenda 1 through 6 and a second. In readiness, all in favor by sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
H7 is out of county travel. And H8 is various bids.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Stringfellow.
move for approval, consent agenda items H7 and
Okay, we get a second?
8. Second.
Move proper second, we approve consent agenda item 7 through 8. In readiness, all in favor by sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We have no student expulsions.
No, sir.
All right, information purposes, monthly financials, and purchase order $5,000 and over. Client privilege, we do have a couple of items that we need to vote on, and we also will go in executive session to discuss pending legal matters. Mr. Attorney?
Yes, sir, we have a agreed to suspension of bus driver. Sent everybody an email on August 16th.
Okay, the all board members, concur with the recommendation of the superintendent at the time. What's the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chairman, move for approval of that, attorney-client privilege recommendation.
Okay, get a second? Move proper second to approve the request, the recommendation made by the attorney and the superintendent and readiness. All in favor by sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. This time I entertain a motion to go into executive session for about how long, Mr. Attorney?
About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes.
So moved.
Get a second? Move proper second that we go into executive session to discuss the pending legal matters. In readiness, all in favor by sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried.
Executive session, you can't.
Huh?
Oh, you want outside?
Yeah, I'm going outside to see some of those people.
I was gonna say, yeah, I said, can't go in there with him.
Could we do it real quick? Do you want to knock this out real quick? Do you want to knock it out this out real quick? Yeah, 20 minutes. Do you want me to carry the backpack?
I'm not worried about streaming it. Because